I am a Sandra. I have to be created by introductions from the our last YouTube videos. Okay, so I have to be today. I have to be discuss about about the SOC chapters. It's mainly the cybersecurity chapters like the security event generations and collections. In these features or in these chapters, there have to be something of the features. Okay, there have to be nothing to any problems. I have to be discuss about the step by steps. At first, the security event generation and collections. When we have to be we have to be spoke from these names. So at first, something we have to be get know that there have to be mainly of the terms. Okay, like data collections, log collections, network traffic analysis, and many more things. Okay, such as the endpoint detection and response, what is the EDR, what is the threat intelligence feeds, and what is the SIEM, what is the SIEMs. Okay, I have to be created the SIEM in the another video. I have to be discuss about the overall the each and every points in the security event generation and collections based. Then in one type of the user behaviors. Okay, honeypots and the honey nets. What is the honeypots and the what is the honey nets, and the security sponsor and agents, and the security for clouds, and identity and access management, infrastructure security. Okay, so I have to be spoke about the step by steps. So at first, what is the data collections? Okay, in the in in the security event generations and collections based, there have to be one common things which have to be uh, a data collections. Which type of data? In your organization view, suppose there is a one type of client. Okay, is a one type of client. Their data will be maintained by these organizations. Suppose it is a very large company. Okay, suppose it is a Facebook. Okay, it's our data. It is a FB company. FB company. Okay, okay, and this is mainly the data. One type of data. So that is mainly of the data is a mainly physical data or the logical data. In the cybersecurity field, we have to be created from the both the logical and the physical both. In the logical, so in the organization view, okay, in the organization view, there have to be a log collections. One type of what is collections? That is a log collections. Suppose in the organization view, one client have to be do anything on their computers and their mobiles which have to be connected to the networks, but the SOC analyst have to see on their screens the log which have to be done from these clients. Okay, so there is mainly a log collections, and there is a network traffic analysis. What is the network traffic analysis? SOC monitors network traffic to identify anomalies. Okay, SOC monitor network traffic to identify anomalies. What is anomalies? Anomalies is a one type who have to be hidden gems, like as a hidden people which have to be created on the screens, and the potential intrusion and malicious activities which have to be created on the network traffic analysis. One type is the one type is log and the network traffic network traffic analysis, networks analysis. Okay, and one type of endpoint detectors, and there is a one type of things endpoint detections and response. What is EDR? EDR solutions are deployed on endpoint to collect data about file changes, registry modifications, and network connections. And one type things of the threat intelligence feeds. Okay, threat intelligence feeds. What is the mainly point of the threat intelligence feeds? It's a very vital point. What is the, at first we have to know the what is the threat intelligence. Okay, threat intelligence is nothing else in the SOC leveraged intelligence feeds various sources, okay, to stay updated in the latest cybersecurity threats, which have to be suppose in the organization view. Suppose one type of attack will be go on the in organization, so there is a mainly of the which type of attacks will be go, so that is a mainly of the threat intelligence. Okay, one type of intelligence we have to work from the each others. So there is a cybersecurity threat, malware signatures and indicators, many more things, and network connections. This feed enhance the SOC ability to detect and mitigate emerging threats. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 log data in the security event, log data, network topic and analysis data, one type of intelligence threat intelligence. Okay, threat intelligence, and many more things like SIM. I think this video is much more lengthy because there have to be one type of chapter, so I'll be cover from these videos. So if you have to be, don't skip the videos. Mm, okay, so what is the, now we have to be done by our the next points is security for clouds. Okay, security for clouds. What is the security for clouds? Hi. So security for clouds. What is the security for clouds? There have to be one type of a cloud security based. So the term the cloud security is the group of policies and procedures used in cloud computing environments to safeguard infrastructures. Okay, application and data which have to be covered from these security for clouds. The security and the data resources stored and processed. Cloud becomes increasingly important at a business adopt cloud service for their operations. When taking about cloud security, it's important to take into account the following. Okay, into the account the following, there have to be one type of the data encryptions and identify and the access management, infrastructure security. Okay, infrastructure security and the security patching and updates, logging and monitorings. Okay, and firewalls and network security, compliances and regulations, and disaster recovery and backups, and the security awareness trainings, and third party audits and assessments, and the what is a secure API management, what is the API management. There are to nothing more, much more options. So at first, what is the security? We have to do the security for the one security is the data encryptions. What is the data encryptions? Okay, in the cryptography formats. Okay, there is a many much more things like that, uh, symmetric key, asymmetric key, and many more things. Okay, so data encryptions, what is the data encryptions? To prevent unauthorized access, to prevent unauthorized access from safeguard from sensitive informations. You have a both sensitive informations. Okay, someone you have to be one type of attackers who have to be stolen your data, so there are might be problems. So we have to be created from the data encryption basis. Okay, so there is a encryption basis. Encryption of data is necessary both in transit at rest. Data should be encrypted together thoroughly both during transmission between in users computers and the cloud providers, which have to be, it is a more time the easy and the easiest way, and it's time the best. Okay, from the both sides, suppose the client sides and we have to be service providers. Okay, so data is being stored there. At first the what is the data encryptions. Okay, in the security for clouds is the data encryptions. Data encryptions. One type of data encryptions, and second time is the second time is the identifying the access management. What is the IAM? Okay, I A and M. Identify and access management. Implementing robust IAM controls helps manage users' access and permissions effectively. Authentication protocols, multi-factor authentication (MFA), at least privilege principles should be enforced to ensure that only authorized users can access resources. Okay. And one type of the infrastructure security. What is the infrastructure security? Infrastructure security is the cloud provider should secure their physical data centers and network infrastructure to prevent unauthorized access, data breach, or other physical threat. Okay, so one type is the data infrastructure, data encryptions. One type is the identify and the access management. Okay, and one type of the infrastructure security. So what is the infrastructure security? There have to be cloud server by cloud providers should secure the physical data centers and network infrastructure to prevent unauthorized access, data breach on their physical threats. That is mainly infrastructure security. Suppose you have to be created from the clients, okay, and you have to be client and one type of the different of the organizations. Okay, have to we give the example the organization basis. The cloud providers should the secure the physical data. One type of the cloud should provide it from the their secure physical data centers and network centers. So the why they have to be created from this? Prevent the unauthorized access. So that is mainly point of the infrastructure security. Okay, it is a point mainly of the infrastructure security. Okay, huh. In there have to be many much more options. Okay, so what is the security patching and updates, logging and monitoring, firewall and network security, compliances and regulations, and the disaster recovery and backup, security awareness trainings, third party audits and assessments, secure API management. There have to be nothing more, much more options there have to be. Okay, cloud based in security options. So what is the main five? We have to be know from the 5 points. At first, the security for clouds. Security for clouds, the 5 point is the one type of the data encryptions. Okay. Second as the IAM infrastructures and identity and access managements. Okay. Third point is the infrastructures security. IAM identify and access managements, infrastructure security, and data encryptions and security patchings and updates, and there have to be firewall and network security both, compliances and regulations. What is a compliances? Compliances is nothing to else. Suppose you have the organizations, there have to be many type of activities from the regulations purpose. Okay, and there have to be a regulations and decision purpose. The organizations have to do from the uh, very good way for the compliances and regulations. It is a much more better. Okay, so there have to be cloud providers and users need to adhere to industry specific regulations and compliance standards to maintain data integrity and privacy. Okay, and one type of security awareness trainings, secure managements of the API, and disaster recovery and the backup. Okay, okay. Now our next topic is instructions, intrusion detections and prevention systems. Okay. The intrusion preventions and detection systems. What is the, at first we have to know the what is the intrusion detections and the prevention systems. Intrusion detection and the prevention systems are security technologies which have to be designed from the network traffic and detect the suspicious and malicious activities to potential cyber threats. Where the IDPS means the intrusion detection, the means of the short forms. IDPS, okay. IDPS is the play from the crucial roles. Okay, IDPS plays from the crucial roles from the enhancing of organization cybersecurity postures by the real timing detections and the protections against various type of attacks. There are two main categories of IDPS, and the intrusion detections IDS. At first we have to be know from the IDS and IPS from the step by steps. At first we have to be know from the what is the IDS. Okay, intrusion detection systems. Into what is the know, have to know the intrusion detection systems. Okay, I have to do the color on our the brushes. Intrusion detection systems. What is the IDS? IDS is a nothing to else. It's have, but it have to be most of the security technologies to monitor network traffic detect suspicious of malicious activities. Suppose in from any of the organization, there have to be one type of organization. Okay, there after many type of the client machines, many type of server. Suppose the both have to be connected from each other. Okay, suppose it is a company from ABC company. Okay, there have to be one type of ABC company, and there is a one type of, suppose it is have to be attacker or hacker machines. It's have to be a hacking machine. There have to be networker. It's network. Both both have networks are not same. Okay, there have to be mainly of the internet. Internet. Suppose one packet have to be go from the ABC company. At first, one the firewall will be check for that. Firewall will be checked. It's okay. Then the packet will be go from the IDS and IPS systems. Okay, there is mainly the IDS and IPS systems. At first, I go to the IDS. IDS what to do? IDS also doing from the, it the packets have a suspicious activities. Suppose it's a phishing link have to that, and malicious malware have to from these packets. So if the IDS will be seeing that that is a mail of the malicious activities, then they have to be, this packet will be go from the IPS and the intrusions prevention systems. Okay, intrusions prevention systems. In that, then packet will be go from the IPS. The an IDS passively monitor network traffic systems activities locking for signs of potential security breaches or anomalies, and it have to be analyzes, ideas have to be analyzes from uh, many of things, like as a compare from the against non attack signatures, from patterns to identify known threats, and ideas does not take any actions to block prevent detected attacks. Okay, in the clear of the view, in the packet as a malicious packets will be grow for the malicious packet from the firewall, and if the firewall will be, it's a one type of packet, then will be go from the IDS, but IDS will be seen that is a middle of the malicious packets, but he have not to the prevent, the prevention system have to be done with the IPS systems. Okay, then the IDS will be forwarded from the IPS system, IPS system this packet, but there is the IDS will be detected from the malicious softwares and malicious codes and the malicious and the everything. So that is mainly of the main point of the IDS systems. Okay, in the IDS and the IPS, and the what is now IPS systems? IPS will be now the IPS goes the beyond user detections by actively blocking or mitigating in real times. It can automatically respond to detect threats by taking actions such as blocking malicious IP address, terminating suspicious connections, or dropping malicious packets. IPS uses the same signature based approach as IDS but can also employ behavior based analysis to identify and block zero day attacks from previously unknown threats. Okay, so there is a middle of the role of the IDS and IPS we have to be shared about with you, but there have to be something key challenges. What is the key challenges of the IDS and IPS? Suppose in the network-based systems or the host-based systems. Okay, IDS in the IPS are deployed from the network-based systems. Suppose in that there is the ABC company, there have to be network-based. Okay, there is a network-based, and the each and every machine have to be host-based. Each and every machine have to be host-based. It's like a client machines and it's like a server machines. Okay, so network-based IDPS. What is the network-based IDPS? Network-based IDPS, the systems are placed at strategic point within the network to monitor traffic passing through those points. They can analyze network packets, monitors communications between devices, and detect potential threats actors the entire network host base. These systems are installed directly or individual hosts. Okay, to monitor activity specific to that host, the focus on detecting threats and anomalies related to the host operating systems. What is the key features of the intrusion detections and prevention systems? Intrusion detection and prevention system, that is the mainly of the key features. What is the key features? I have to be describe about the key features. Nothing to have any problems. That is mainly the signature based detections. Okay, identify the non patterns. What type of patterns of attacks? Exploits, malware, phishing, trafficking against. Suppose the DDoS attack. Suppose the malware attacks. Any type of malware have to be do from the emails and the messages. So there have to be suspicious activities have to be occurs. So that's the signature based detections. And one type of the behavioral analysis. Suppose on client have your organizations, we have to be doing from the something suspicious activities, like you have to be deleted from the many important things of the organizations. So there is a mainly suspicious activities from the element detections. Yes, because there is mainly of the insider threats. Okay, insider threats we have to be clear from the next videos. What is the insider threats and the external threats and the internal threats, anomaly detections, and the real-time response for IPS to ability to take immediate actions to block or prevent identified threats. Okay, and event logging and reporting. What is the event logging and reporting? Generating alerts, logs, and reports to notify security personnel about detected incidents. Okay, integration with SIEM. There have to be much more option with this, and have to be one type of things which have to be described about the next part. There is a router and switches. What is the router and switches, how to be collected from the logs, and how to be collected from the data from the each and every devices which have to be connected from the networks, and much more things. Suppose the any of things, one client have to be do login from the any of the websites. Okay, so this is the mainly log will be generated from the server machines. So thereafter we have to be described of the next part. Thank you. Okay, now my next point is the router and switches. There we have to be the SOC generating the events and the collecting data. Router and switch is the mean the crucial assets. Okay, crucial assets of the any of the in any things and the any organizations. So there are the depending on organization network infrastructures. Here a step by step guide on how achieve within SOC environment. Enable login on router and switch. Okay, there have to be basic of the several points. Several points. Enable logging on router and switch. Set log labels and categories. Define destination for logs. Ensure log format timestamps. Access the routers and switches. Configurations, interfaces, and enable loggings. Okay. Configure the devices to generate log events. So for various type of activities such as the attempts, configurations, changes, and the interface status changes and security related events. Okay, so I have to be one points which have to be enable logging, enable, enable logging. You have to be note on your notebook. Okay. On router and switches, on router and switches, enable login on your router and switches. And second is set log levels and categories. What is the log level? Set log level. Set log level. And third point is define destinations of log. What is the meaning of the define? What is the log destinations? Defined destiny. Destiny of your of log. Okay. So I have to be told about the point step by step. So there is a access the routers and switches, configurations, interface, enabling logging. Configure the device generated log events from various type of activities such as the attempts, configurations, changes, and interfaces and status changes and security related any of the events. And the set log levels and categories, there have to be specify the log level categories and to determine the severity and the type of events that should be logged. For example, that should be logged for examples. And the many type of categories such as system interface events based on the monitoring requirements. And the defined what is the destination for log, where you can the save and the logs, and the centralized syslog servers which have to be defined. Suppose the one type of the there have to be I guess segment of the client sections. Okay, so which type of clients have to be which type of log, where have to be saved. So these in middle of the defined destinations of logs. Okay, there have to be sending logs to a centralized locations allowed to the SOC to access and analyze data from multiple devices in one places. Okay, there have to be you have to be decided from the what the log will be sent, and you can send the logs to centralized from the syslog servers, a SIEM systems which have to be covered from the previous sections. Okay, what is SIEMs? So that's all. Mainly for that's all. Our chapter will be finished from the security event generations and collections. There is a main of the basic propaganda from security event generations and collections. Okay, see you soon from next video. Thank you. Please follow, subscribe from me. Thank you. Tata.